Yesterday, OpenAI just released a new tool called Operator, and it could have a lot of potential. Sup, it's Sage, and I wanted to cover this announcement information with you guys and talk about some of the good and the bad I see coming out of it. Operator is pretty much a virtual assistant to you. Right now, it's in the research preview that is only available to those with the $200 a month Pro plan, and there is no way I can pay that right now. But this is only so a small group of people are able to test it in this phase for now, because even on their own page, they mention our plan is to expand to Plus, Team, and Enterprise users and integrate these capabilities into ChatGPT in the future. On their site, they say Operator can be asked to handle a wide variety of repetitive browser tasks such as filling out forms, ordering groceries, and even creating memes. I've got to be honest, the creating memes part kind of made me want to close out of the website, but whatever, let's move on. What's unique about this tool is rather than using some type of back-end API that developers would more likely use, OpenAI uses Kua, which is a computer-using agent. This agent can pretty much just see what you're seeing on your web page through screenshots and is clicking and viewing based on what you, the user, are also able to see. Let's go through some of the examples OpenAI provided through their live demo. Here, they input a written shopping list to purchase products through Instacart at a specific market. And you can even watch the agent click through and write down its logic and actions on the side. In this case, it only took 2 minutes in the background, and at the very end, it waits for verification from you before it even moves forward. Here, I would like to know if it just picked the first option of eggs, or did it actually try to compare text? I feel like it just kind of just picked the first thing that was there. And I wonder how this is going to pair with ads and sponsored products or links, because that could get pretty messy. So hopefully this will be something they would look into and address at some point. You can buy tickets with a specific price range, and when needed, it'll come back to you to decide which option you want, and then it'll let you finalize the checkout process and provide payment information. It does not have your payment information stored, you do that as the user. These would be considered critical actions, so things like finalizing orders or providing payment details are done by you and not the AI. But what you probably shouldn't do is log in and use your card live like the presenter did.
You know what? I'll log in live. Let's see how that goes.
But hey, at least he said he's gonna delete his card. You can see local availability for things like tennis courts and not even specify a specific site. In this case, it would just start with using a search engine instead of going directly to a specific website. You can also find and schedule house cleaners in your area. Or if you're hungry, you can DoorDash some food, even with some somewhat complicated instructions. If you want to see the live demo that these came from, I have OpenAI's recent live linked below. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take a look at my handmade shop. You know, all that stuff I'm supposed to say. Data security wise, at least right now, it seems like you're able to opt out of any type of data collection, and you can clear browsing data and log out of all sites that you used for Operator. Does this mean if there is a potential data breach, nefarious parties could potentially get your login info if you haven't cleared browsing data? I'm just wondering how that is stored for the user. I really have no clue. They also do touch on potential bad actors. We know bad actors may try to misuse this technology. That's why we've designed Operator to refuse harmful requests and block disallowed content. Now, it is good that they are at least seeming like they're keeping up with how their tool can be misused, but I can just imagine when the bad actors themselves actually develop a similar AI tool, except specifically for nefarious purposes. One human could be capable of having hundreds or thousands of these types of AI tools baiting people in through websites, and they would be bound to get a catch every once in a while to record potentially payment information or gather other information for potential identity theft or other misuse. I'm just thinking how that would look down the road. You might be wondering, how does its browsing capabilities compare to humans? So far, they have a long way to go to get close to humans for web browsing capabilities, but they are decently above previous benchmarks, so they are working their way up. Now, what honestly excites me the most about this tool is thinking beyond the current application. What can be the future of this type of AI tool? Currently, this tool can pretty much just see what you see, so it's clicking based on screenshots that the user would also be able to see. And currently, there's no type of coding backend API for connection. But imagine if rather than just doing things through the web, it might actually be able to expand to different type of software tools with added back-end functionality understanding as well. A really good example that comes to mind would be something like a difficult video editing software like Adobe Premiere Pro, with some of those more grueling editing tasks especially. I've already been loving using the Transcribe AI tool that Premiere already has, because it saves an insane amount of time getting rid of all those pauses I take during recording. I don't even want to think about how much longer editing would take me if I had to manually remove every pause and long breath that I take while I'm recording. With potential new tools, imagine being able to prompt an agent within the software itself something like, equalize the volume for all my selected clips. Or, one that I would use a lot, could be something like, select and censor out all the times I say curse words and replace them with my selected sound. I would use that all the time, and editing would be so much faster for that type of task. And if you wanted to, it would even be able to potentially show you it taking over your system and clicking through how you get there with your project right in front of you rather than watching YouTube tutorials or reading through articles of screenshots. Like, wouldn't that type of tool just be so useful, especially for some of the more tedious tasks in editing, or even if you're just new and you're trying to learn how to use the software? Because even after getting comfortable with myself being on camera, learning how to edit was the next biggest hurdle I had to deal with getting comfortable making content. And just think about a software agent that could help that learning curve be so much easier for editing, and so many other potential softwares out there that could use that type of application. Beyond tools that would just assist you with software, think about some other applications. Since the AI is just clicking through what you're able to see visually through your screen, imagine it being applied to some of the more grueling processes either within government work or healthcare administration, those kind of tasks that require so much button clicking and manual processing. A tool like this could be used to, at least at a bare minimum, learn off of the workflow of employees and potentially provide a more efficient process. Or it can be used with the employees and it can complete tasks in the background while the human does other work, and then the human's able to come back and review and approve the work done by the AI. It kind of almost just sounds like at some point with these types of tools, every employee out there could have their own personal assistant to help make their job easier. Or maybe that's a little too optimistic. Because sadly, even if there was implementation of some tools like this across the job market, I could see this being a reason to add much more work to people's plates while paying them the same. And in the end, we're gonna have less human positions in the job market. So there are a lot of parts that seem really exciting about this tool in the potential future, but there's also some parts that companies might just be taking advantage of to reduce their needs for human positions. I really want to know, what do you guys think about this announcement, and where do you think we're gonna be maybe in like the next couple years or even decade with tools like these coming out? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Are you done? My God. Victory.